Welcome to Restore 2023. Today we're reading Isaiah chapters 13 and 14. The oracles in these chapters concern the judgment of Babylon. They're a reminder to Judah that God is not their private tribal deity. He is the universal creator, the judge and saviour of all nations. All the nations are subject to his sovereign rule. And here, the ultimate judgment of the splendour, pomp and cruelty of Babylon is both a promise to their victims and a warning to everyone. But there are some curious things to note about these chapters. Firstly, in chapter 13, verse 7, the Medes are mentioned as the agents of God's judgment, even though the Medes themselves weren't yet prominent in the scene in Isaiah's day. Secondly, in verse 19, Babylon is designated as the glory of the kingdoms and the splendour and pride of the Chaldeans. But again, in Isaiah's day, this wasn't the case. Nineveh was the ranking capital city then, and it far outranked Babylon. However, from Genesis chapter 19 onward, all the way through to Revelation 14, Babel or Babylon was interpreted as a symbol of wickedness and unwholesome, hostile pride. As one commentator has put it, Babylon represents civilization. She is the personification of the world's pride and enmity to God. So if in keeping with this subliminal conviction the rise of Babylon could be predicted, certainly its fall would be seen to be spectacular. And in verse 11, in which God announces, "I will punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their iniquity," his words blend the universal fate of men with this particular fate of Babylon. And it's a theme taken up by Jesus too in Matthew 24 and points forward to another day of the Lord. Most of chapter 14 is a taunt that will be taken up by the remnant of Israel, rejoicing over the fall of Babylon. It's written in the style and metre of a dirge, but this is ironic because a dirge mourns and gives tribute to what is lost. This song, though, doesn't praise but ridicules the fallen city and its king. The chapter closes with an oracle concerning the demise of Philistia, which in Isaiah's day seemed strong and destined to play an important role among the nations. But whereas verse 32 reveals that Israel will be restored and her afflicted people will find refuge in their own land again, Philistia's people were slowly assimilated by conquering nations, and Philistia itself faded out of history.